My name is John Plumstead from Bravo Company Digital. Check out bravocompanydigital.com, where we help commercial cleaning companies crush their revenue goals through outbound marketing. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how to grow your commercial cleaning company. We prefer outbound marketing, mostly email and cold calling. We like ads and we like direct mail. We like everything, but the best bang for the buck is outbound marketing right now. And the other great thing about outbound marketing is it's generally predictable, it's generally cheapest, it's generally fastest. Okay, so let's get into it. First, identify the businesses you want to go after. You got to use your brain to do that. If you've already got an established business, you might go after that niche you're already doing well in, whether it's medical or car dealerships or gyms or whatever. But if you're just starting out, or if you're really looking to grow, I would try to start big with your list. Okay, first get your location locked up. Everyone says initially like, hey, I'll go after any location. But then if you're driving across town 10 times and you don't actually want locations all over, make sure you fix that. But then this is the list we start with for commercial cleaning. You can screenshot it, each of these if you want. It's a giant list, right? You could use ChatGPT to make a list too. But you end up getting, data centers, stadiums, country clubs, zoos, right? Like a lot of these places have outsourced cleaning. And if you don't go super broad here, you're never gonna get in contact with them. Okay. So start broad, identify a bunch of businesses. Okay. And then scrape the data. Okay. You do not have to be a techie to get this done. Go to Google Maps, Gmaps, Extractor, $100 one time, you get 100,000 leads. Okay. So when you look at your locations, right, you type in, let's say you are in Detroit, okay? What you'll do is you'll type in Detroit banks, Detroit legal services, Detroit funeral services. And then let's say you also want to go in Birmingham, right? So then you go Birmingham banks, Birmingham services, Birmingham funeral services. And you search Google Maps for all of those businesses, okay? You can get up to 100,000 for whatever cities you want. Okay, $99 one-time fee, and you get a ton of data, okay? You should clean that data, use some Excel tricks, look at ChatGPT, say, hey, how do I, at a minimum, remove duplicates, right? Remove those duplicates, get it going, okay? Then you start cold calling. I would recommend Just Call. There's a lot of them out there. They're all good and they're all bad, okay? But what Just Call is it's a power dialer, okay? What that means is it's going to go, as soon as you hang up from one call, it's going to go immediately to the next call. So we used to use Open Phone, where it was one-to-one dialing. You'd have to put the number in, and we would do maybe 60 to 100 calls a day, right? Now with Just Call, it's usually about a call a minute, right? So within an hour, you can do about 60 calls, okay? This is $69 a month, and it's going to be reoccurring, okay? What should your script be? I've made videos on scripts in the past. I've talked a lot about scripts. This is the only thing I would do. I would say, hey, this is John. I work for a local commercial cleaning company. Just wondering if I can stop by this week or next week and give you all a free quote. And then just be quiet and see what they have to say. And when they say, nope, we're not interested, say, thank you, have a great day. Click next. Next person that you get on the phone with, say, hey, this is John. I work for a local commercial cleaning company. Can I stop by next week and give you all a free quote? And you'll find your rhythm. But that's what I would do over and over and over, okay? So I would set a goal for 100 to 200 calls a day. Let's say that you're going to spend 90 minutes, hour and a half on the phone. Try to get 100 to 200 calls. Maybe you only get 90 calls if it's a call a minute. But try to get 90 calls a day. Or 100 to 200 calls a day within 90 minutes or so, okay? You need a high call volume. If you're not ready to do a high call volume, this is not going to work. But this is low budget for 1 to 2 hours a day, okay? You also need a CRM. You could just use a spreadsheet if you want to use a spreadsheet, but I would use a CRM. I would use Pipedrive. I would use a $39 version so you can automate emails, okay? And then you're basically, within Just Call, you're going to have all these people you scraped, right? You're not going to get to 100,000. Let's say you have, 51,000 businesses in there. You're going to throw them all into Just Call, and then they're just going to live in Just Call, and you're just going to call them. Okay, you're going to work that list. But when someone says they're interested, or when someone says, hey, not right now, but give me a call back in a month, or maybe, right, any type of warm interaction, you're going to put them in the CRM. Okay, and then you're going to work those leads through manual phone calls and automated emails. Okay, hopefully you can automate that push with a webhook or a Zapier. So within Just Call, you can just hit the button and it will push it there. But you're going to have to figure out how to do that. Or we hire people from Fiverr to help us whenever we're struggling. Get them in the CRM. You're going to try to schedule an appointment. Okay. You're going to use your interpersonal skills to get that done. I just say do your best over here because a lot of times it comes down to motivation, your offer. Just do your best. Realize it's a numbers game. You're going to lose a lot of appointments, even if they go really well. It's just the nature of the game. Then at the bottom here, okay, what if they say they're interested, but then you can't get a hold of them, or you do the appointment and they say no, or they ghost you or whatever? Then you're going to set up a newsletter down here at the bottom so you can stay in contact with them. Okay. So that is the system, people. That is how you do it, right? If you look in any of these Facebook groups, you see 10 posts a day. Hey, how do I get commercial clients? This is how you do it. You get your list. You work that list hard, okay, 1 to 2 hours a day, 100, 200 calls a day, and you make sure anyone that is interested at all, right, or anyone that basically doesn't tell you never call back here again, right? Anyone with a strong heartbeat that you think will get interested at some point, put them into your CRM, work them with manual calls, work them with automated emails, put them in your newsletter. So let's work the math here and see how it works, okay? Price-wise, $99 one time for Google Maps Extractor up to 100,000 leads. Pipe Drive, we got 3 months in a row at $39, gives us $117. Just Call, $69 a month for 3 months, gives us $207. For 3 months, if you did this for 3 months, it would cost you $423. Okay, for hours. What I did is said, hey, we're only going to work weekdays. You're going to work 1.5 hours a day. There's 21. If you take 5 days a week times by 4.3 weeks, 21.5 days, right? So 1.5 of that is 32 hours in a month. If you can do, I think I made this, what did I make it, 150? Yeah, no, that doesn't seem right. What is that math? It's going to drive me nuts now, right? 3225 divided by 32, 100. Just, I rounded down. Yeah, 100, right? So if you do 100 calls a day, yeah, that I should have been able to figure that math out. The 25 was screwing me up, right? You do 100 calls, right? And let's say 1 out of 100 calls turns into an appointment, okay? You're going to work those appointments. Those 32 appointments you do in the first month is going to give you no deals, okay? In the second month, okay, those 32 appointments you did, because it's going to take some time to go back and forth. Let's say you're going to close 10% of those. You're going to close 3, okay? In the third month, you're going to schedule another 32 appointments, and you're going to have 3 more close, okay? So you're starting to build your funnel here, okay? Hopefully you still have stuff closing. But now over the course of 3 months for $423 for 96 hours over 3 months, right? You're going to close 6 deals. If your revenue on those deals is $1,000 a month, right? You now have $6,000 in recurring revenue, and hopefully you can keep that growth going as long as you can keep this work up, okay? But there's a system. All the people that are wondering, how do you get started? How do you do outbound marketing? How do you do cold calling? What systems should you use? There's a good blueprint for you. Again, want to know more about what we do, go to meetbravocompanydigital.com. You can tell I'm not very good at this. Go to bravocompanydigital.com and we'll talk. Thanks.